They were half-wrapped. White tape covering his knuckles, his wrists, his fingers. The ritual Angelo Dundee performed before every fight. Wrapping the weapons. Protecting the tools. Making sure everything was secure. But Angelo was gone now. Forced out. And 3 men in suits stood in his locker room looking at those same hands like they were property. "Beautiful hands," the old man said. His voice had a Brooklyn accent. Thick, old school. The kind of accent that came from streets where problems got solved with baseball bats and concrete. "I've been watching you fight since you were Cassius Clay. Since the Olympics. You got special hands. Fast. Precise. Like a surgeon." Ali said nothing. Just watched. Calculated. 30 minutes until the fight. Sonny Liston waiting. The championship waiting. Everything he'd worked for waiting. And now this. "My name's Carmine Antonelli," the old man continued. "You don't know me, but I know you. I know everything about you. Where you train. Where you live. Where your family lives. I know your trainer. Your manager. Your friends. I know who you call. Who you trust. Who matters to you." Ali felt his jaw tighten. That a threat? That's information. Carmine stepped closer. Close enough that Ali could smell his cologne. Expensive. European. "And here's some more information. I got $200,000 on Sonny Liston to win tonight. So does everyone I do business with. We're all very invested in Liston remaining champion." "Then you made a bad bet." "Did I?" Carmine smiled. "See, that's where you're wrong. I never make bad bets. I make sure bets. And tonight I'm making sure that Sonny Liston wins. By making sure you lose." Ali looked at his hands again. At the tape. At the ritual that was supposed to prepare him for battle, but had been interrupted by something worse than any opponent. "What if I say no? Then those beautiful hands of yours might not work so good after tonight. Might get injured. Might get broken. Accidents happen. Training accidents. Street accidents. All kinds of accidents." Carmine reached out. Touched the tape on Ali's left hand. Gentle. Almost respectful. "These hands are your living. Your future. Your legacy. It'd be a shame if something happened to them. Over pride. Over stubbornness. Over a fight that don't mean nothing in the long run." Ali pulled his hand back. "This fight means everything." "No." Carmine's voice went cold. "Your hands mean everything. Your career means everything. Your ability to keep making money means everything. This fight, this is just one night. Just one loss. Take a dive in the 8th round. Go down clean. Stay down for the count. Liston wins. You get another shot later. Everybody walks away happy. Except me. You walk away alive. With working hands. With a future." Carmine's smile returned. "That's more than most people who say no to me can say." The door handle rattled. Angelo's voice from outside. "Ali. 5 minutes to walk." Carmine looked at the door. Then back at Ali. "So what's it going to be, champ? You going to be smart? Or you going to be stupid?" Ali stared at this man who'd invaded his sanctuary. Who'd interrupted his ritual. Who'd threatened everything he'd built. And then Ali did something that made Carmine's smile disappear. He laughed. Not nervous laughter. Not scared laughter. Real laughter. The kind that comes from deep in your chest. The kind that says you've just heard the funniest joke in the world. Carmine's face darkened. "Something funny?" "Yeah." Ali kept laughing, shaking his head. You're funny. You come in here 30 minutes before the biggest fight of my life. You threaten my hands. You threaten my career. You think you're scaring me. But you know what's really funny?" "What?" Ali stopped laughing. His face went serious. Dead serious. "You just proved I already won." Carmine looked confused. "What are you talking about? You wouldn't be here if you thought Liston could beat me. You wouldn't need to threaten me if you believed in your bet. You wouldn't need to break my hands if you thought his hands were good enough." Ali stepped closer. "You're here because you're scared. Because you know I'm going to win. Because you've seen what I can do, and you know Sonny Liston can't stop it. You got it wrong." "Do I? Then why are you here? Why not just let the fight happen? Why not trust your investment? Ali smiled now. Not afraid. Not intimidated. I'll tell you why. Because you watched me train. You watched me move. You watched me hit. And you realized something that's got you so scared you had to come here and threaten a 22-year-old kid. What's that? That I'm going to be the greatest boxer who ever lived. And tonight's the night everyone finds out. Miami Beach, Florida. February 25th, 1964. The moment felt bigger than the room could hold. Muhammad Ali, still known to the world as Cassius Clay, stood in a locker room that smelled like liniment and fear. His fear had just walked out. Carmine's fear had just walked in. Outside, 29 minutes away, Sonny Liston waited. The monster, the machine, the man who'd destroyed Floyd Patterson twice, the man who made grown fighters quit before the bell rang, the man who was supposed to kill pretty boy Cassius Clay and restore order to boxing, but inside this room, a different kind of fight was happening. Carmine's two associates stood by the door, silent, professional, men who'd done this before, who knew how conversations like this ended. Usually they ended with compliance, with a fighter understanding reality, with smart decisions being made. But Ali wasn't complying, wasn't understanding, wasn't being smart. He was laughing. You think this is a game? Carmine asked. His voice had lost its smooth confidence. Now it was hard, angry. You think I'm joking? I think you're desperate, Ali replied. I think you came here expecting a scared kid who'd do whatever you told him. But I ain't that kid. I ain't never been that kid. Then you're a fool. Maybe. But I'm a fool who's about to be heavyweight champion of the world. Ali started bouncing on his toes. Shadow boxing. Moving like water. Fast. Fluid. You see these hands? These hands you're so worried about? These hands are going to do something tonight that's never been done before. They're going to make Sonny Liston quit. They're going to make the baddest man on the planet give up. And you know what the best part is? What? You're going to watch it happen. You're going to sit in those expensive seats you bought. You're going to watch me dance. Watch me hit. Watch me win. And you're going to know that you tried to stop it and couldn't. Carmine's face went red. You're making a mistake. No, you made the mistake. You bet against me. You came in here thinking you could scare me. But you just gave me something better than any pep talk Angelo could give. What's that? Proof that I'm right. Proof that I'm dangerous. Proof that the world ain't ready for what's about to happen. Ali stopped bouncing, stood still, looked Carmine dead in the eye. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to leave. You're going to go sit in your seat. And you're going to watch me become champion. And when it's over, when I got that belt around my waist, you're going to remember this moment. Remember when you had a chance to walk away. Remember when you could have just accepted your loss and moved on. But instead, you came here. You threatened me. You tried to intimidate me. And you failed. Carmine took a step forward. His associates moved with him. The room got smaller, tighter. Then he nodded to his associates. Let's go. We've said what we needed to say. They walked toward the door. Carmine stopped in the doorway. Turned back. 8th round, Mr. Clay. You'll remember this conversation in the 8th round. My name is Muhammad Ali, Ali said. And the only thing I'm going to remember in the 8th round is watching Sonny Liston quit. The door closed. Angelo grabbed Ali's shoulders. What was that? Who were those men? Nobody important, Ali said. Finish wrapping my hands. We got a championship to win. The walk to the ring felt like walking through history. Ali moved through the corridor. Angelo beside him, Bundini behind him, 20,000 people roaring in the arena ahead. Every step was purpose. Every breath was destiny. But in his mind, he kept seeing Carmine's face, kept hearing the threat, kept feeling that touch on his wrapped hands. These hands are your living, your future, your legacy. And Carmine was right about that part. These hands were everything. They'd lifted him out of Louisville poverty. They'd won Olympic gold. They'd earned respect and money and opportunity. But they'd also earned something else. The right to be free. The right to not be controlled. Not be owned. Not be told when to win and when to lose. And Ali had spent too many years as Cassius Clay, the name given to him by slave owners, to let Carmine Antonelli make him a slave in a different way. The ring appeared, bright, massive, elevated, a stage for greatness or destruction. Sonny Liston was already there, standing in his corner, looking like a statue carved from violence. 7-1 favorite, the destroyer, the inevitable. Ali climbed through the ropes. The crowd erupted, 20,000 people screaming, some for him, most for Liston, all of them waiting to see if the loudmouth kid could survive the monster. Angelo finished the final preparations. Mouthpiece, petroleum jelly, last-minute advice. Float, Angelo said. Move, don't let him trap you. You're faster. Use it. Ali nodded, but he was looking at ringside, at the expensive seats, at Carmine Antonelli sitting there with his associates, watching, waiting. The referee called them to center ring. Instructions. Ali barely heard them, just stared at Liston, at the man who was supposed to destroy him, at the 7-1 favorite. They touched gloves. Liston's eyes were dead. Killer's eyes. Eyes that had seen things, done things. But Ali saw something else in those eyes. Doubt. Just a flicker. Just a moment. But enough. Liston had heard the rumors. Had heard that this loud kid could actually fight. Had heard that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't going to be easy. The referee stepped back. Fight! The bell rang. And Muhammad Ali started dancing. Round 1. Ali moved like he'd promised. Float like a butterfly. Liston swung. Missed. Swung again. Missed. Threw bombs that hit nothing but air. Ali circled. Jabbed. Popped. Stung. Not hurting yet. Just announcing his presence. Letting Liston know this wasn't going to be Patterson. This wasn't going to be a slaughter. This was going to be a fight. Round 2. More of the same. Liston getting frustrated. Ali getting confident. The crowd shifting. The impossible becoming possible. Round 3. Liston landed. Hard. A hook that Ali didn't see coming. His head snapped back. The crowd roared. Ali recovered. Shook it off. Came back. This wasn't the Olympics. This was professional. This was championship. You take hits and you keep coming. At ringside. Carmine leaned forward. Round 4. Ali took over. Speed. Combinations. Making Liston look slow. Making him look old. Making the monster look human. Liston's corner was worried now. This wasn't the plan. This wasn't supposed to happen. Round 5. Something happened. Ali's eyes started burning. He couldn't see. Blinking. Tearing. Something on his gloves. Something on Liston's gloves. Something that wasn't supposed to be there. I can't see. Ali yelled at Angelo between rounds. Then fight blind. Angelo shot back. Keep moving. Survive this round. It'll clear. Round 6. Ali fought through it. Moving on instinct. Avoiding more than seeing. Surviving. By round 7, his vision cleared. And he was angry now. Not just fighting. Punishing. Making Liston pay. Round 8. The round Carmine had mentioned. The round where Ali was supposed to go down. But Ali didn't go down. He went up. Up to another level. Punishing Liston. Hitting him at will. Destroying the monster. Breaking the unbreakable. At ringside. Carmine's face was pale. The bell rang. End of round 8. Liston walked to his corner. Sat down heavily. And then, something nobody expected. Liston didn't stand up for round 9. He quit. Just quit. Spit out his mouthpiece. Told his corner he couldn't continue. Said his shoulder was hurt. The referee waved it off. Fight over. Winner, Muhammad Ali. New heavyweight champion of the world. The crowd exploded. 20,000 people witnessing the impossible. The loudmouth kid had done it. Had beaten the monster. Had won the championship. Ali jumped on the ropes, screaming, I'm the greatest. I shook up the world. I'm the king of the world. At ringside, Carmine sat frozen. $200,000. Gone. His reputation. Damaged. His threat. Empty. Ali found him in the crowd, pointed at him, mouthed 2 words, "I won." 2 hours later, Ali sat in his hotel suite, belt beside him, hands soaking in ice, body exhausted, soul elevated. A knock on the door. Angelo opened it. Carmine stood there, alone. No associates, no threats, just an old man who'd made a bad bet. "Can I come in?" Angelo looked at Ali. Ali nodded. Carmine walked in, stood there, looking at the belt, at the champion. "I came to apologize." Ali said nothing, just waited. "I've been doing this a long time," Carmine continued. 30 years. I've seen fighters come and go. I've seen tough guys and pretty boys and champions and bums. And I thought I knew what you were. Thought you were just another loud kid who'd fold when things got real." He paused. "I was wrong. You're something different, something I ain't seen before. And I should have known better than to bet against you. You should have known better than to threaten. I was wrong. You're something different, something I ain't seen before. And I should have known better than to bet against you. You should have known better than to threaten me." Ali said quietly, "Yeah, that too." Carmine pulled out an envelope, set it on the table. "That's $50,000. Call it an apology. Call it respect. Call it whatever you want. But it's yours." Ali looked at the envelope, didn't touch it. "I don't want your money. Take it anyway. Because if you don't, someone in my organization is going to think I owe them an explanation for why I lost 200,000. And that explanation might involve blaming you, saying you didn't take the deal because you're disrespectful. And then things get complicated." Ali understood. This wasn't a gift. This was protection. For both of them. He took the envelope. "We're square. We're square." Carmine walked to the door. Stopped. "For what it's worth, you were right. About everything. I was scared. I didn't know you were going to win. And watching you do it was the most expensive lesson I ever learned." "What lesson's that?" Carmine smiled, said, "Knowing that some things can't be bought. Some people can't be broken. And Muhammad Ali is both." The door closed, and the greatest boxer in the world sat alone with his championship belt, his wrapped hands finally unwrapped, and the knowledge that he'd won 2 fights tonight. One against Sonny Liston, one against a man who tried to own him. And both victories tasted like freedom.